Well, this morning we are tracking the future of what you could be paying in property taxes.
Yeah, higher bills hit your wallet, but these taxes also fund everything from schools to public safety.
And First Alert 4's Sean logging live this morning, looking at the process, Sean, that we're learning starts today.
Yes, good morning, Claire and Justin. Let's start with some math here this morning. I calculated the average property tax bill here in St. Charles County using the median market value home. That's a home worth about $300,000. And that leads to a tax bill of more than $3,600. That using the calculation provided by the assessor's office. Since this is a major expense for property owners, Missouri lawmakers are looking at what they can do to provide relief while not stressing local government budgets with cuts. A special committee begins meeting here today to review the current policies and to provide recommendations for a property tax system that, quote, promotes fairness, transparency, and sustainability. This comes after the special session where lawmakers passed a new law that requires certain counties to ask voters whether to freeze or cap property tax increases at 5%. That law has exemptions for several counties, including St. Louis County and the city of St. Louis. But lawmakers are looking to take more action, which the House Speaker indicated last month could come sooner than next year's session.
And I would call on the governor during our September veto session to concurrently have a session that for legislation that would address the property tax problem.
The veto session starts on September 10th. Before then, the special committee is heading outside of Jefferson City and will be holding 5 stops around the state, including in St. Louis County on August 20th at the center of Clayton. Now, this will be the public's chance to provide their thoughts and perspectives around property taxes. Claire, Justin.
And I'm pretty sure the public will have some things to say. Thanks so much, Sean.